Sarah from The Upcoming. Such a pleasure to have you here with us. Can you give us a quick elevator pitch? Why should people watch Get Away?
Summer holiday, but gone as bad as it could possibly go. Slasher, comedy. Yes.
I love it.
Yes at the end.
I think you're younger than me, but I definitely grew up watching the likes of Shaun of the Dead. I love this space that Nick Frost obviously has an aptitude for operating in. Where do you think this sits on that sort of comedy horror genre sort of space?
Do you know what? I think it's like so right in there. Like it is literally. I mean, I love his films as well, brother. But I do, and I think like you can so feel that tone and what he brings in those. Like you can feel it in this film, and I think it's amazing how he manages to write something which holds both those things and does it so well. It's talented. He's a talented guy. So yeah, it was a pleasure to get that material.
But it's also not an easy balance to strike. And I realized when I was watching it, I think part of the key is actually you're all kind of playing it straight. You know what I mean? You're actually not playing it, but regardless of what like mayhem is going on, you're playing it as a straight family. Was that sort of the key to it, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's like playing the reality of the moment. So if this is the truth of right now, you've got to like commit to the bit almost, and then that like doesn't make you feel like your hand is in one pocket and kind of, you know, gesturing to something else that's going to happen later on. I think it's like focusing on what is happening now kind of thing.
And also believing that you guys are all a family, which you obviously absolutely pull off, you know, alongside Sebastian and of course Nick and Aisling. How did you have rehearsal time? What was it like kind of all riffing off each other, being in that car together?
I mean, we kind of like, we met like before we started filming and kind of all met each other and got to know each other a little bit and then kind of got to speak about our characters. But I think also like hanging out, we hung out a lot like outside of filming because we also were all living there, like we were all kind of roommates. So you kind of get close really quickly and we have like barbecues and things like that. And I think all those things just made, when you come onto set, you're like, oh yeah, we kind of all feel like a family now, which is weird. We literally would, me and Bash would call them mummy and daddy. We'd be like, mummy, daddy, where are we going now? Like, snap out of it.
And obviously, you know, comedy is very much in the writing, but also in the delivery. What was it like seeing, you know, Aisling and Nick, obviously kind of veterans of this sort of stuff, watching them pull this off? Did you get any tips from them? How did you learn from them, perhaps?
Oh my God, absolutely. Like, it literally was like a masterclass. Because I think comedy is actually really hard. And I think people who are like good like them, I'm like, you are so clever and so quick at what you do. I think getting to like learn from them and see how they would, you know, deliver things, I think was like the ultimate class and lesson in comedy. So we're very grateful to get to, you know, watch that.
And like all of Nick's films, I guess, you know, it just seems to move seamlessly from the comedy to genuinely terrifying horror and this beautiful cinematography, plus these emotional beats. What were some of your favorite moments on set?
Oh, I mean, there's so many to pick from. I loved, without trying to say any spoilers, there was one, you know, there was one day when we were kind of on this boat and I think just of the location, it's like, it was really sunny and we're on this lake and we're kind of all just like chatting and doing family stuff. And I just remember like looking, I was like, this is crazy that I'm here right now. It's like stunning. And I think like moments like that, you kind of forget, you're like, are we making a movie? Because I feel like I'm just having a lovely day out. Like it's kind of weird. And then also so cool to like do a couple of scenes with like just me and Nick, and that was really fun. So we filmed them quite early on. I was like, oh, it's so cool to get to learn from you in that way. So yeah.
And in terms of the takeaways, I mean, I think I love the escapism, and you know, you can feel like you're watching a bit of like Midsummer or The Wicker Man, but then you're also, you know, having a laugh at the same time. So why do you think it's people drawn to these sorts of films?
I think horror, like, it's like the most heightened emotions, right? And I think there's something about like living in that space which is quite freeing. And that's why I kind of loved horror, like seeing reality shattered and then seeing how people deal with that. There's something that is really escapism about that, and I think, I don't know, it's just fun. It's fun to live in that heightened place.
And especially as a Brit, maybe just like watching Brits kind of be in a foreign place. It's like something ultimately hilarious and relatable about the whole thing.
And how they weirdly, politely will deal with the inconveniences. It's like, you are going to get a very bad review on the website. And it's kind of, those like small isms are like really fun to play with for sure.
And can you quickly tell us what you're going to be working on next? What might you take from this experience into your next project?
Do you know what? I think this project has set like such a bar of like how you can work and have a good time as well. So I think I was like, yeah, for my like first like feature film, this is like top to be around these people. So I think creating that same environment where like everyone's looking out for each other and trying to make each other better and supporting each other is like, I think that should always be brought to a job. And I think, yeah, this has really shown me that and how nice it can be when it is.
And do you already know what you're going to do next? And do you have anything on the bucket list? Someone you'd love to work with, or a genre you'd love to try?
Do you know what? I'd love to do more horror. Yeah, I'd love more horror would be amazing. I love A24, so an A24 horror, that would be long legs. That's like, I saw that recently, I was like, something like that would be amazing.
Going to be the last woman standing in the next horror film. I'll look out for you. Thanks so much for your enjoy tonight. Congratulations on the film. Thank you.